Hey folks, welcome back to Stuff I Kind of Care About. I'm Danny, and today I'm going to care about this axe, finally. I've had it sitting in my closet for probably about a year at least, maybe more like 2 years. It lived in the back of my car for a while. I just haven't done anything with it. So today's the day to try to fix that. The head's a little bit loose. It does have some of these awesome steel wedges in here. So I'm going to try peening those in, not peening those in, but punching those in a little bit with a steel punch. And that's why I've got my hammer here. And then I'm going to sand down the handle and try to get it nice and smooth and in good working order. There are a few things on here like some paint and stuff that I want to get rid of. And then I'm going to clean up the head of this axe. And I'm probably going to have to go back with a grinder because there are a few parts where it's starting to mushroom a little bit, and that's not good. But all in all, this is a beautiful piece of work. So the first thing that I'm going to do is start cleaning up the head of this axe. And thankfully, I've got this camera up here. And so I'll be showing you guys a bunch of that. So all I'm actually using right now is just some gun cleaner. I don't want to get too crazy or abrasive with this. I want to keep a lot of the patina that's already on here because it's beautiful and it should not be gotten rid of. So I'm just going to give this a light scrub. And I'm going to take this rag, just come in here. Okay, so this axe at one point was red, it looks like. And it is not anymore, and I'm totally fine with that. I'm actually really happy with how this is turning out. I'm going to keep scrubbing, trying to get some of this. It looks like there was like stickers on here and stuff. And I'm not mad if some of that red pokes through. That actually won't be an issue. I think it'll just give it a little bit more character and make it look cooler. But that's just me. That edge is going to need a little bit of TLC. But this is really cleaning up nicely. I'm going to go into this side and see what we can get done. And a lot of people are probably going to yell at me and say, hey, you're doing that wrong. You should do this thing or this thing. And you know what? You are totally welcome to have that opinion. And you're probably honestly right. I'm probably not doing this right. What I am doing is doing it the way that I like to do it because it doesn't destroy some of this patina that's on here. And it is going to end up looking beautiful. I just don't have to, completely refinish this thing. Let's wipe this down. See what we're starting to look like. Oh, yes. This has got a super awesome look to it. I think it's going to look even better once I've oiled it up some. I'm going to get another piece of steel wool, and we're going to work on this some more. By the way, I'm using extra fine steel wool in case you're somebody that cares about that stuff. I'm not interested in making this whole thing totally scratched up and all that stuff. I just want to kind of clean up the outside of it. I just used that cleaner to kind of get some of the top coat off. And I'm going to come back in with a little bit of gun oil, or a lot of gun oil, to be honest with you. The oil is going to loosen up some other stuff too, and help give it this really fun sheen to it. It looks like whoever used this thing used it hard, and that's awesome. It's what I love to see with an axe. when I pick one up. I love to see that somebody really put a lot of effort into their axe. I mean, this is all mushroomed out here. This is mushroomed out here. I don't like that that's mushroomed out, because that shows me that they probably weren't using the axe properly. But it's not the end of the world. Yeah, that edge is going to need a little bit of love, and that's totally fine. All right, so you're probably not going to be able to see this on the higher of the two cameras. So we're going to do this on this front camera. And all I'm doing, these actually don't look like steel wedges. These look like wooden wedges. That head's on there. I'm just going to reseat it later. If it needs a little bit more, then I'm going to pull those wedges out and I'll actually give it a shot with some, what's the word I'm looking for? Steel wedges. There we go. So I'm just going to give this a quick sand and make sure that there's nothing under this weird little top coat that I need to be worried about. I don't actually want to get rid of all of this beautiful patina on this wood. Just like to lighten it up a hair, and then I'm actually going to wax it down. Mainly I'm doing this so that I can see what I'm working with this wood. And you'll hear when you start sanding on something like this, you'll hear how rough the sandpaper sounds when you first start sanding. And then you'll hear it start to lighten up in tone a little bit, or actually the tone will get slightly deeper as you sand. And that means that it's just making more regular contact with everything. And this is beautiful. All right, this edge needs a lot of love. It looks like somebody has literally tried to like belt sand this or angle grind this into submission. And to be perfectly honest with you, it looks like they don't actually know what they're doing. Much like me. So it's not a great edge. I'm going to have to come back and do a lot more work on that. But I don't feel like showing you all the work I'm doing on that because that would take forever. I'm not going to be using any epoxy. I don't trust these wedges in here. I would epoxy them in place if I felt like it was going to actually work. But, like I said, I don't really trust them. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run some of this wax all over this handle. And get this thing looking shiny. And this is just butcher block wax. This is not like tool handle wax. I need to make up a batch of fixin' wax eventually. But until I get to there, I'm going to content myself with this. And that's already looking way better. I don't know if you can really see that, but the shine is really coming out in that. And then this is probably, that's the cleanest part of this. Take the cleanest part of this rag, just create some heat and buff this down. I know this is a super simple video, but I absolutely love axes like this. And so I just wanted to share a little bit of that passion with you. This feels phenomenal. There are a couple of spots that probably need to be worked on a little bit, but this feels great in the hand. It's a solid axe. I'm actually gonna try to sharpen that edge up a lot more and make it look way better. But what I wanted to do is kind of show you all the different processes that are going to go into restoring an axe like this. This edge, were I at an actual workshop, if I had a real like metalworking workshop, I would re-edge this on a belt sander, and I'd go very, very slow so as to not heat up the metal. Slow, remove it very slowly, and just quench regularly. Keep it cool so that it doesn't ruin this heat treat here. But this is a super fun axe, and I'm very happy with it. And I'm going to see what I want to do with it now. Thank you so much for watching. I'm having so much fun. I hope you are as well. If you're liking what you're seeing, please feel free to comment or subscribe. That would be awesome. If you hit that notification bell and watch some videos, I will love you forever. Thank you so much. Have a great day.